Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Hitmonchan in the Remix Cup alongside Dusclops with Poltergeist. So it is going to be able to farm that at a pretty decent rate on top of being somewhat of a tank. It comes in very handy and is actually pretty useful, so we're going to look at that here. I think the highlight's going to be more around the Hitmonchan. Getting off the Poltergeist, I do have plenty of opportunities, but I feel like I can get a shield or Ice Punch is just going to be a little bit more utilized for that situation. Anyways, if you do enjoy my content, please give it a thumbs up, and let's see what we have going on here. Farming down that Jellicent, bringing back the Miltank here. I think the only thing we really need to look out for is going to be Ice Beam, which should barely take us out. They're going to probably be able to... It's not going to... Actually, we're going to survive, and then they might be able to farm us down here. Unless we can get to another Psychic Fangs at this point. So Ice Beam, okay, their rollout's really not going to be doing much, and they're throwing their next charge move. Body Slam could take us out, obviously, so great. Using up that energy. Oh, they still didn't take us out. We had it, man, I should have tapped on it. Alright, bringing in the Hitmonchan here, and well, this is going to be taking a lot of damage. Hitmonchan Shadow just really can't take a hit, and they have a Hisuian Electrode in the back, and we do have Fire Punch and Thunder Punch. I just found that to be great. You got all those flyers. Thunder is going to be good for that. And then the fire for those steel coverages and everything else in between here, like this grass. So we're getting a shield, swapping into our Dusclops, and it doesn't even get to see any action because they back out as they hit their charge move. And we're moving it on to our next opponent, met with the Frostlass here. Part Ice, also Ghost, so it's not going to be really very effective, but we're doing a decent amount of damage because it is going to be Stab, Shadow, Counter, the strongest quick move in the game. Now we do have Ice Punch, or I mean Fire Punch, and we are going to be able to win CMP here. So they're going to be swapping into Toxicroak, in which we're going to go ahead and bring in our Dusclops here. We do resist the fighting as well as the poison, so the only thing they got is the Mud Bomb, which is not even getting stabbed, but it is still doing a decent amount of damage. Now, as much as I wanted to farm up extra with this thing here, it's really kind of starting to wear me down. That Toxicroak is not joking around, so we're going to go ahead and hit that Poltergeist. Big damage, okay, let's go. Taking them out there. And it is such a cool animation, as well as the sound, if you can hear that. And they're bringing, of course, back the Frostlass. Now, they just got hit with Poltergeist. They don't know how much energy I have. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they're shielding it out nonetheless. And looking great here. This thing also does have Fire Punch too, right? So I think they do have to worry about that. They're catching with their Vigoroth, and they do have energy built up on that Frostlass. So we're bringing in the Steelix. Yes, again, we do have this on the team here. Now, we're taking a lot of damage from that counter. And we just need to get it low enough to the point where we can farm them down, and we're going to be looking good. Hitting me with that Bulldoze and taking me out, got them in the decent red. It's looking okay. Bringing in Hitmonchan to farm them down. They're shieldless, and we will be winning the CMP for the Fire Punch to take the win up against them right where we started, and we still have a shield left. Keeping it moving, what are we going to see for the next battle here? Leading with the Hitmonchan the entire time, met with a Galvantula, not a good lead here. So we're going to go ahead and build up to about a Fire Punch and retreat to catch I would assume is going to be a lunge here, and very good. It's not very effective, but it's not really about that. It's just about simply catching it and saving our shields here. So I would assume they're going to go for a discharge now, doing a decent amount of damage, and they're staying in this fight. Building up to the Poltergeist, which I should have went for, but I had a feeling they might shield it up. Let's see what happens here, and they're letting it go. And we're hitting another one here, so a missed opportunity. There is one of the times there. So down they go. We have pretty much no attack, and they're going to be able to farm us down with counter with that Obstagoon. Now we do have the Hitmonchan, but they're still going to be able to build up a lot of energy, and they could have Cross Chop, which is still going to be doing neutral damage. Bringing in the Hitmonchan immediately, going for the Fire Punch here. They're letting it go, swapping with energy, and they have a Frostlass in the back yet again. It's come back for revenge up against Hitmonchan. Going for the Fire Punch here. We got the Steelix, which is still going to be taking a decent amount of damage. And since they do have the Obstagoon, I definitely do want to shield this up. Save the Hitmonchan for later, because each one of those counters is going to be doing an extreme amount of damage. You're going to see here in a moment. If you do not know, that Shadow Stab counter damage to Obstagoon is ridiculous. So bringing in the Steelix here. So we just need to get them right about there. Perfect. Now this is even better. Not that I really needed to farm down, but we're going to be able to get the counter off before they even land any damage. Bringing in Obstagoon, and one counter did about 20%. And we're getting the next ones through and taking them out. And then countering down the Frostlass, Hitmonchan taking the win. Now you can see why this video is about it. Not so much the Poltergeist. We got another freaking Frostlass here, folks. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Alright, so we win CMP. Nobody has let a single charge move go on Hitmonchan in the beginning with the Frostlass yet. So I guess they're all expecting Fire Punch here. Going for the Avalanche. Now they got a catch. Let's see if they do. And that is a catch with freaking Pelipper. Could have pretty much one-shotted them with Thunder Punch. Lovely. So we're going to go ahead and retreat and bring in the Steelix here, that they do have energy on their Frostlass, so we got to look out for that. And they're not going to be able to get to another one here. Avalanche is not going to quite KO us here, but then they can farm us down with quick moves, I think. Let's see how much this does here. But they're bringing in their own Steelix because they were expecting me to want to go for that quick move, or at least that Thunder Fang, because they're almost KO'd. And that, they were right. You got me, you freaking got me, you. Alright, so we're building up to Earthquake and swapping into our Hitmonchan to do a little bit of damage. Bringing in their Frostlass here, and they're throwing their energy. What do I want to do? Let it go, because otherwise they're going to simply farm us down with Powdered Snow, and it's a wrap. We still have Dusclops here, so we got a little bit of an opportunity to put in work. Bringing in the Steelix, going right for the Thunderfangs. They're shielding it up, getting to another one, and I do believe that was their last shield, so we're going to be able to take out this Frostlass. Now it's all up to the Dusclops. Oh, it doesn't quite KO, but that's okay. We're going to be able to gain a little bit more farm with the Dusclops here, and there we go. Just enabling us to get to the Poltergeist that much faster. So I'm thinking, okay, time to shine. Let's see what it can do. Let's see what we have. Hitting me with a super effective crunch. Okay, all right. We could take one more of those plus the shield here. So it's going to take, plus the quick moves, one more, right? And they're going to get us. So going for the Poltergeist, we need to KO with this. Is it going to be enough to take out that Steelix? And it is. Let's freaking go. All right, moving it on to the next one. Okay, yeah. Keep bringing on those content creator teams. Let's get it. So have a great lead. They're swapping into their Rapidash. Sounds good. Now, I was looking out for high horsepower. Okay. And I think they knew what they were doing. They're building up all that energy, make it think that they have it. And now they're hitting me with a play rough, revealing that they do not have high horsepower. And I can kind of farm up, I wouldn't say freely, because that Rapidash is no joke and it's still doing quite a bit of damage. So we're at least going to be able to come out of this with energy here. But you got a shield out of me. Great job. Alright, so we're taking them out. Minus the shield. They have two. And they have a Galarian Rapidash. Tell me I get to two Psychic Fangs here, which is super effective. There's the one and unfortunately not. So we're bringing in Dusclops. What are they going to hit me with? What is it, like close combat and Ancient Power? Hit me with Ancient Power all day. We got Ice Punch, which is super effective. I'm going to have to say beautiful bird. Beautiful, beautiful, lucky. I'm jealous, not envious, a little jealous. A little bit. We've encountered 4 of those, maybe 5 at this point. They've all ran away, obviously. Alright, so it's pretty much a wrap at this point here. I don't think this is a content creator team, but nonetheless, Hitmonchan, we did have a good win, and we're countering down and taking the win. Moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to see here? Oh, Hitmonchan said, bring it on. Alright, so they're going to be swapping into their Sirfetch'd, and we're going to bring in our Dusclops. This is... okay, that Night Slash is going to be doing a lot of damage, and they can get to it very fast. Alright, so I figure they might shield this up, so we go for the Ice Punch, they let it go, could have went for the Poltergeist, yet again, there you go. This is what I'm talking about with these opportunities where we did have it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, yada, yada, you know. Alright, so, oh, it's so close. So unfortunately, we're going to have to use a shield here. This is our first one, so it's okay. Unfortunately, they still have 2, but the matchup up against the Probopass is so good with Hitmonchan, even the Steelix, that it doesn't really even matter here. So we're going to go ahead and bring on Hitmonchan, counter up a bit, build up energy, swap to catch. Not as if they were going to throw anything that was not going to be not very effective. They got what, that and Magnet Bomb, so we're good to go. So they are swapping into a Machamp, so things are not looking great. We survive with 1 HP because this is my trusty, shiny Steelix. Let's freaking go. I needed to do that right there, lowering the defense, and we're going to be able to counter them down, and that's what we needed to do. And they back out. Oh, and we take that win with the Hitmonchan yet again. Let's keep it moving here. What are we going to see next with this lead? Another Shadow. We got a Ninetales. All right, and it is going to have Ember, I do believe, if I remember that correctly. Swapping immediately into their... I don't know why... Mantink. I don't know why I was spacing out its name. And, well, we're doing so much damage. It's a little bit more tankier than Pelipper, but it is going to be water and flying with a Thunder Fangs. We're just going to be able to just chomp them down. Nom, 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 nom. And they're out of here. All right, so they're bringing back that Ninetales, and they have some cojones. Look at that. They let it go. I could have been Earthquake, and we could have KO'd, but they know me too well. So they said, I know it's good, poke. Let the first one go. I know you're just going Psychic Fangs. They're going to be taking a lot more damage here with the counter. I would assume they're going to swap after this. And yep, they're bringing in a Pelipper, in which we do have the Dusclops here. So we don't have necessarily anything that's going to be super effective or even really effective. We got an Ice Punch, but we're just going to go straight for the Poltergeist, letting the Hurricane go and just absorbing that just to show you how tanky Dusclops is, taking that hit like nothing here. Coming back in here with the Ninetales, and unfortunately they are going to be able to farm up here, going for the Ice Punch. Maybe we'll get a shield. They let it go. Now, I don't think they're getting to 2 charge moves. Yeah, we're countering them down, taking the win again with the Hitmonchan at the end. Let's keep it moving. Next battle. Oh, shoot! We got the Clone Mirror match, but they're swapping immediately into the Galvantula, and we're bringing in the Steelix. Now, the only thing I can think when this did happen is trying to bait out the Ground Steel or something like the Steelix. And then they'll come back in and counter down with Hitmonchan and build up that energy. But we're going to come out of this with plenty of energy, hit them with Psychic Fangs, lower their defense, and it's just going to be great. And we're going to make sure we have a low enough amount of health so they can't farm us all the way down like crazy, right, with that shadow counter damage. So we're getting a little close here, a little close. Wanted to let them hit me one more, but that's pushing it. At that point, they might want to shield up and just win swap. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up. We really don't have that much health left. That's fine. They're not going to farm forever. Going for the first one here, and we're definitely not getting to another one, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Bringing in our Dusclops. They're like, ah, oh, damn, you got the ghost. What am I going to do? Hit me with Ice Punch? No problem. And they swap into their Ampharos, and I already see where this is going here. Making it to the Fire Punch, and we're looking great. So I would assume they're going to have Brutal Swing. Why would they go for that? We're fighting. So Thunder Punch, there it is. Pretty much one-shotting us, but we're actually able to take them out because it doesn't register, and then they back out, knowing we'll take the win with the Dusclops at the end. Moving it on to our next battle here. What are we going to see? A Machamp. Okay, we got Shadow Fighter versus Shadow Fighter, but this time Machamp is stepping up to the line. Hitmonchan is sitting it out on the other side. So let's see what we have going on here. Shielding this up, and what we're going to do is counter all the way down, and they don't want that to happen. They swap into their Alolan Marowak, maybe trying to catch whatever, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, and they're not catching. I wanted to do that extra damage. Now here we go. Poltergeist, yet again, is going to be a great opportunity, but at this point, it almost feels like it's a waste of energy. Maybe we can get a shield here. Can we? Let's see if we do. They don't give up a shield, but they will be after this one right here, because they want to win the swap at this point. They're like, oh, well, I can win this swap. Let me just shield up and take the swap advantage here. And there it is, and yep, they're going to be able to farm us down, and they have about 1 or 2 HP. Bringing in Hitmonchan, unfortunately not able to take them out before we get that counter to register. Taking me out with Bone Club, bringing in the Steelix here. It's all up to the Steelix. What's going to happen? And they got their own Steelix with Thunder Fang. They know it's good with that. Looks really cool from the other side. So we're going to let this go. That was very quick. Definitely not going to be an Earthquake because we're going to get there first, right? So I'm building up, and I'm thinking this is going to be a bait game here. We got to play a little bit of a mind game. So going for the Psychic Fangs. Unfortunately, they let it go. So I'm like, crap. Well, I'm just going to go for Earthquake. If they shield this up, it's a wrap. I lose. It's over. And they let it go. We take the win. That's it. We're taking that win here. And then Thunder Fanging down Machamp. Let's go. Steelix closing it out for us this time. Next battle, we're going to be met with another freaking Frostlass. I was getting sick and damn tired of these. Seriously. Come on. I just like put out a video. Other people putting out videos. Like, what do you expect? They're going to be everywhere. Of course, they're really good. Alright, so yeah, we do win the CMP, so it's not like the worst case scenario here. They're going to have to catch. There it is. Knocked out. We're going to go ahead and go for the Thunder Punch just to do some extra little damage here, so we can kind of not necessarily just farm down with Steelix, because we're going to throw the Psychic Fangs, because that Shadow Ball damage does add up and they can spam it pretty fast here. We don't want to bring in our Dusclops because the Ghost is not very effective to their normal. Ice Punch is going to be great. It's not a horrible matchup because of that, but I just, Thunder Fang. Let's go, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and do our thing, hitting me with another Shadow Ball. Great, and we're going to be able to farm them down and come out of this with a decent amount of energy. We got to be a little bit careful here. No more shields on their end, and immediately, again, I'm falling for it. Going for the damn Thunder Fangs. What I could have went for Earthquake and done so much stinking damage. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to have to recover this. There's no frick. Come on, I was so close to winning this. Am I going to lose it now? Alright, so bring it in the Duskull. We got Poltergeist. Ice Punch is going to be super effective as well. But we need to hold on to our shields. This is getting a little close, a little nervous. Thinking they're going to try to catch at some point here. Okay, going for another Discharge. And there it is, bringing in their Frostlass. Now we have to shield this up. And then go for the Poltergeist. Farm up a little bit more. Oh no, we're at 100 energy. Never mind, we're capped. We're good to go. So we still have Steelix. And we're going to have to catch that here in a minute. hopefully pull that off. Let's see how this does work. So we're going for an Ice Punch. Great, great, great. Throwing in the Steelix. And did we just catch a Discharge? Tell me we did. And we did. Okay. Okay. And then we're Thunder Fanging down and going for the win with the Steelix at the end. That was a nice catch towards the end there. Probably like, are you freaking kidding me? That was a really close one. Next battle, met with a, what do you know, another stinking Frostlass. Maybe it has something to do with the ghost moves in the back. I don't know. Maybe the, who knows? Whatever. The ice to the ground. Maybe people just like leading with Frostlass. How about that? Yeah. Alright, so hitting me with Avalanche, we already know it's going to be doing a lot. Great, and we will be winning CMP. They're doing that swap thing. Pelipper will go down in one shot. Let's see if we can land it or get their last shield. And we're getting their last shield and swapping into our Steelix. And we're going to go ahead and Thunder Fang down this thing. And it's going to be really nice. If they bring back that Frostlass, I don't think we're going to have enough time to get to Earthquake. We will survive this, so we're going to go ahead and hold on to our shield. There's really no point in using that here. They're just going to hit me with an Avalanche right away, right? So there's the Frostlass going for the Thunder Fang. Don't think we're going to be able to make it to the Earthquake before they got to the Avalanche. But now that we did throw it, they're farming us down. So it's not like they didn't have the energy. So keep that in mind. It's not like, oh, well, they didn't throw it. They were farming extra because we do our energy. So they got a Muck in the back. Or should I say, an Alolan Grimer. Okay, so we're throwing the Fire Punch. Just doing some damage, swapping into this. Now we're taking super effective from Dark, and it is going to be stab over tank. Let's see what happens here. I just need to get to this Ice Punch. Can I do it? And we get to the Ice Punch. It Dusclops is going to be able to take the win for us here. Folks, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!